Good morning, team. Today is Monday, May 15th, and here we are to talk about our daily plan. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so really nothing has changed from last week, and to be honest with you, nothing really has changed from Friday's plan. So just out of routine, I'm just gonna go through the exercise again and create our levels the way that I normally do. So we saw a deeper um auction on Friday. So if you look at Friday here, we got to pretty much equal love in comparison to Wednesday. Thursday, if I remember correctly, we saw the little consolidation, uh, and it wasn't really much going on in there. But then Thursday was pretty much similar to what we saw on Friday. So profile two, we got value area low here. We got value area high for previous day right here. Um, and we got the POC a little lower this time. So POC right there. So that's basically what we got. We'll be using 50 as pivot. Targets are all the same. Nothing really has changed from my perspective. So just keep in mind that when we're looking at this level here, 41.14, which I have been set on that particular level for very reasons, where you can see the area here and the reasons why 14 is such an important level because once 14 gives up, it opens up this area here. Uh, and this area is a zone from 62. It's about 50 point zone down here. On the flip side of this, you can also say the same thing about 63. This zone right here, you stretch it out, you'll see why. Stretch that zone out, you can see here. Um, and then that zone will give you access to this area here, which is also this is 37 points. Yeah, 50 points on the downside uh, to get to 4204 or 4206 area. Um, so it really is basically a battle of this consolidation area here, and whatever side decides to give up, those are the balance zones here that it will uh, get some action here. That's about it for plan. Everything's still the same as Friday. From the weekly perspective, uh, no much has changed. This is what I use for weekly plan. Um, you can see where we at right here. Obviously, a lot of these levels will change in terms of what do they mean and this RTH hours. Uh, but a lot of these labels won't really apply like and then we time framing low, blah 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 blah. So I have to redo a lot of this things here, but you clearly have your weekly T1, T2, and T3. Same for the upside, T1, T2, and T3. Um, 63 is going to decide that because that was the previous 7 days balance on high, and it was also last week's halfback. Um, if you take a look at last week, obviously last week was in the 8th to the 12th. Let's draw that zone real quick. 8th to the 12th. So this is right here where I post my weekly plan. So this is Monday. Uh, you basically um, identify that area here. Last week's low, last week's high right here. And it's a uh, total different dynamic if you look at it from that perspective because now Last week's low goes right here. Last week high will go. Let's see if we got last week's high somewhere around here. If we don't have it, I just make it. So we move this to last week's high. Changes to high. Um, and then you measure the 50% of that, it'll give you the half back. Uh, and surprise, surprise, it's 40. If you measure what 40 means here, well, we're gonna find out. So if you do last week's profile for the entire week, RTH only, from Monday, sorry, uh, here from Monday, I posted plenty. This is Monday, yep. So this is Monday to here. POC is right here at 37. So 40, 37, that area very important. Uh, like I said, I have to redo my drawings here. When you look at the bigger picture here on SPX, uh, you can see that in here we have a 4 months balance high, 5 weeks, which is now balance. It will be 6 weeks basically. And then this little box here is the uh, daily zone. We just basically made a little high there. So it didn't break out of balance. So this is the balance zone that I have been watching. And if you take a look at it on SPX, everything is just a lot of confluence in this area here. There's a gap, and this right here is a true gap that hasn't been filled. You can see from Thursday, we got up on Friday, and this was the high. So the gap, instead of being, we talked about gaps. Uh, you see how this indicator marks the gap from the closing price to the opening price. The truth of the matter is that the gap is from here to here. And when you extend that out, that's the gap. Um, that is a true gap. This is a price gap or value gap, whatever you want to call it. But we'll keep balancing. And one area is going to give up uh, pretty soon. I don't know what the catalyst will be, but you can clearly see that the market is in consolidation mode until a catalyst is produced to break out of the balance that we are in right now. So we're balancing on monthly, weekly, and daily time frames, as you saw in here, monthly, weekly, and this yellow box here is daily. So that is the current balance zone. Um, and obviously there are different other balance areas here, but the one that is in play is the one that is here right now. All right, well, that's what we got. Thank you. Have a good day.